Komona sirani program apha kakuhle. We're going to give General Secretary we Communist Party, Comrade Nzimande. We've cut his time. We've given Kosatu 10 minutes. We'll give the party 3 minutes. Now, that is my discretion, you know. The pattern was played 3 minutes.
Because that's what the president SACP. That's why.
Okay, 10 minutes. Go ahead.
Amandla! Viva the African National Congress! Viva! Viva SACP! Viva! Viva Kosato! Viva! Amandla! Comrade President Cyril Ramaphosa, President of the ANC and the Republic, and members of the National Executive Committee of the ANC, the President of COSATU, Comrade Bonginkosi, and the leadership of the Alliance present here, and those watching us from various places, members of the Diplomatic Corps and the media, comrades all. On behalf of the Central Committee of the SACP and our membership, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate the ANC on its milestone of its 110th founding anniversary. The history of our democratic victory against colonial and apartheid oppression and that of the development and revolutionary role of the ANC are inextricably linked. In other words, to understand how the liberation struggle achieved the democratic breakthrough of 1994, one needs to appreciate the outstanding leadership role played by the African National Congress. In the forefront of the South African liberation movement was the Tripartite Alliance, supported by formations of the Mass Democratic Movement and the Progressive Trade Union Movement. One of the greatest achievements of the ANC from the onset was its ability to unite the African majority and black people generally against colonial and apartheid oppression. The ANC managed to roll back any regressive tendencies like tribalism, narrow provincialism, and ethnically based mobilization. As the South African Communist Party, we expect the ANC to continue to play this role of uniting Africans in particular and black people generally as the foundation upon which to build a non-racial society. And it is only the African National Congress which is capable of leading this effort. No other organization will be able to do this. And we dare not forget this task. The main priority facing the ANC and our country at the moment is that of transforming the economy to create jobs and sustainable livelihoods, including supporting small businesses and cooperatives, as part of realizing that powerful slogan of the ANC, a better life for all. The key challenge for our economy is youth unemployment. Let us make 2022 to be the year we begin to see some improvements in our economy and the job situation. The SACP remains firmly of the view that neither state capture nor neoliberalism will address the socio-economic challenges facing our country. This is because state capture enriches those who steal from the state, and neoliberalism redistributes wealth away from the workers and the poor to those who are already wealthy. As the first organization to expose and call the phenomenon of state capture what it is, and also called for the establishment of a judicial commission of inquiry to investigate this rot and decay. We welcome the release of the first part of the inquiry into state capture report. Of course, we would have liked the release of the entire report, but we commend our President, Comrade Ramaphosa, for his decision to have the report publicly released after receiving it, so that there is no speculation. Everybody can read the report for himself or herself. But comrades, we must know that our detractors will seek to use this report to attack the ANC, our alliance, and our government. Let us as an alliance and government use this report to deal a decisive blow to state capture and the theft of public resources. We are also saying private corporations that have been part of state capture must just not receive light treatment. They must also be called to account, including being prosecuted. It's of no use to only punish public servants and senior officials of the SOEs and leave the corrupt element in the private sector unattended to. Comrades, however, if we are to effectively tackle state capture, we do need to clean up our state security system, especially those parts of it that have been corrupted together with state capture. But as the ANC and as a movement, we must remember that that is necessary but not enough. We have to ask ourselves the question, what kind of an ANC cadre do we need, both in the ANC and in the state, including the ideological and moral outlook of such cadres? Factionalism is another scourge we have to fight and completely root out of our movement. This is very important for our renewal. But it is also clear to the SACP that the scourge of factionalism is now mainly based on control over resources. You often have a grouping, comes together as a faction, controls the structures of the organization, grabs municipal budgets, and distribute patronage through jobs and tenders. And that is corrupt. What is clear to us is that the struggle against factionalism must also be accompanied by the struggle against corruption, both within and outside our own ranks. We also want to say, as the SACP, one of the main tasks we have is to defeat counter-revolution, comrades. We must know every revolution tends to call upon counter-revolution. The problem with ours now is that part of this counter-revolution is emerging from inside our own ranks. And for instance, we are saying, much as Comrade President, we must give your law enforcement agencies the chance to investigate fully the July counter-revolution last year, the torching of our parliament. But as the SACP, we smell a rat. We are very suspicious that there is a connection between the July 21 offensive and the torching of our parliament. But we will give the state-owned agencies to investigate. But kunesandla semfene la ikhona into egcitshwe phansi, ikhona into ekhona okufunakala ukuthi sisukumele sibheke. That is why when we stand here, we say to our glorious African National Congress, please lead an effort to unite all progressive forces in the country and to unite all Democrats in our country to defend the gains since 1994. We must also, comrades, learn appropriate lessons from our local government elections. Our people love the ANC, but at the same time, as Comrade Zingi was saying, they are angry against corruption. They are angry against our failure to do very basic things, filling up the potholes, cleaning the areas that we are actually staying in, provision of basic services. Those things that we can do which we are not doing, our people are angry about that. And we are saying to all the structures, not just of the ANC, but of the alliance, let us unite to listen to the voice of our people. They gave us tough love by not going out to vote for us. As I move towards ending, we must also unite our alliance and let all those who think the ANC and the alliance can move forward in different directions to know that this is a dangerous path. Going our separate ways is what our enemies have long wanted to achieve, and let us not give them that, as we will all be defeated. Let us reconfigure and strengthen the alliance. As I end this year, all our three formations are going to their congresses. The SACP in July, COSATU in September, and the ANC in December. Now, these platforms, we must make sure that we use them to deal with the challenges that face us and come up with concrete suggestions and not allow factionalists to divert us. In all this task, Comrade Chair, the African National Congress will find a dependable ally in the South African Communist Party. Siyabonga. Andla.
Comrade Nzimande, uri kungalotlo. Uri kungalotlo. Kungalotlo. Kunokimpuku. Yeah.